Hi, I'm Sarah Alexander, and this is my Module 11, Gift Giving Guidelines. When discussing gift giving, we will be talking about gifts that are for students and also gifts that are for staff. And the underlying question when it comes to deciding whether something is a gift or not is, does the item leave the school when the employee is terminated or leaves the building? And if the answer is yes, related to staff, then it is considered a gift. Gifts for students. There are two types of gifts that are appropriate for students that we will be discussing. And the first one is a gift related to fundraising incentives. When coming up with gifts related to fundraising incentives, the gifts need to be age appropriate. They need to be only for the participating students. They need to be purchased with the funds that were raised, and it needs to be available for all students and not just one particular class or group. For example, my school just finished with the Kids for Heart Challenge, previously called Jump Rope for Heart, where many different students received small little keychains or trinkets related to how much money they were able to raise. So all students were able to participate in this fundraiser, and all students had equal access to these different gifts. The second type of gift related to students are the special achievement gifts, and these can be academic or athletic related. Some schools might have an all-school assembly a couple of times a year in order to recognize students for academic or athletic related achievements. They need to be nominal in value, and these gifts can be purchased using general funds, donations, or an athletic fund, just depending upon what kind of a gift and what kind of student is being recognized in this particular situation. In my school, we do recognize students for academic achievements. Typically, this is done with a certificate. So really the prize there, the gift there, is very small. A printed certificate does not cost much. When giving gifts, the tip offered in the School Money Matters handbook is to remember to keep public opinion in mind. You do not want to give the impression that school money is being spent recklessly. I think this is so important. I know that in my previous district, where I was at a Title I school, sometimes there were parents who were wondering where funding was coming from for gifts for teachers and for students. So we just need to be mindful on how we are spending our money. Gifts for staff, gifts can also be given out to staff members, but there needs to be a policy, written procedures that are decided upon by a committee, not just one individual person. One type of gift that might be given to an employee or a staff member would be a special occasion gift. And this could be for a baby shower, a wedding, a death in the family, some sort of occasion that's going on in that person's life that you would like to recognize. A few of the guidelines related to special occasion gifts. These funds are from donations or from annual dues. At my school, we provide an annual due, and it's called our social dues, and that money is used to provide gifts for staff members that are being recognized. These funds are managed by the committee, and this committee is rotates annually, and the committee must meet once a year to review the guidelines and to make any changes to that. Another type of gift for staff include fundraising incentive gifts, and similar to the student gifts, these incentive gifts must go only to the participating staff members. This could be a highest seller for a fundraising event. Guidelines related to fundraising gifts include the funds are subtracted from the generated profit, and also gift items must be reasonable and should be no more than 5% of the profit. The third type of gift is an all-staff gift, which could be back to school, end of year, or teacher appreciation gifts. And these gifts must come from, or can come from staff-generated funds, profits from sales, and it could also come from the general fund. Another suggestion would be to connect with the PTO and see how they can help support with recognizing your staff. And the goal is to limit the student-raised funds, as those funds raised by students should really be going back to benefiting the students. Special collections may occur if an employee is going through a specific hard time, and people may try to raise money to help support them. All of the money that is gathered or collected through this must be documented on a W-2 form, so it is suggested that you communicate with your district office as far as specific procedures related to special collections. When purchasing gifts, we need to determine who the gift is for and where exactly the funds are coming from. All of the information in my presentation today was from the School Money Matters Handbook, and thank you so much for listening.